Hey, Max here. I was just going to do a video on the MistKing system, which I've got set up on my Dart Frog Viv. This is the box. He's the Mist King. Zoos use these, so it's got to be good, right? And you can put up to 10 nozzles on this, so even the starter system is really expandable. I've got 2 on mine. They're running a 45 by 45 by 60 centimeter Exoterra. So the starter misting system comes with one of these misting nozzles. So I bought an extra one, and I had to buy the T-piece as well that splits the pipe. So let me go through my setup. I've got this cereal container as a reservoir with RO water in it. And then you've got this connector here that plumbs it through to your pump. I looked at buying these online to try and build my own system, and when I looked at the cost of getting that, the other parts, it was basically the same price as a MistKing system anyway, so I just bought one. They're pricey, but they are freaking awesome. Anyway, so water reservoir goes through this bit into the pump. The pump then pumps. The pumping pump pumps the water up this tube. This pipe runs up the back here, all the way up here. Don't mind these other pipes there running my little aquarium on the side. So the pipe comes up, and you can see just in the middle there a T-piece where I've pushed in 2 pieces of pipe, and they run up here, cable tied to this back post, and then split out. And then they go over to these tank connector type fittings on both sides. And that's where my nozzles are. And they just tuck into the tank here, either side, like that. Very cool. One issue I had when I was setting this up with the fittings was I was a bit of a scrub, and I didn't push the pipe into the fittings hard enough, and I got it all cable tied and fixed in position, was like, yeah, I'm happy, turned it on, and water just went pissing everywhere. It was all running down the back, it went onto the pump, everything. I've got all the, you see all the electricals I've got plugged in down here to do with the Viv and my aquarium and stuff. Water was just pouring on all of this. There's Bob. Oh, and Bobette. They live under here, underneath my Viv. Any loose flies that escape, they tend to eat them up, which is cool. They've got a bit of web around here. It's a little bit messy because of them, but they keep the flies from getting everywhere else. I've had this running for about a year now, and I've had no issues. All I do is keep this reservoir topped up. I've set up my timings, and I change them in the summer compared to the winter, just because of ambient temperature changes in the house. I don't need to mist as much in the winter. I got the digital timer with my kit, and this means I can set up a load of different misting opportunities throughout the day. I don't have to worry about it when I go on holiday because I know it's going to run efficiently. The ST24 seconds time is hooked up to the pump, so you can control how long, how often, and how many times a day it mists. It's connected via this cable, which runs through into this box here, and then this thicker cable runs down and splits, and the pump's connected to it there, and then the other cable runs to the power, so it powers the whole thing. I'll just do a quick run through of setting up the timer. So this main screen you're seeing now gives you the time, and then it gives you, which is this one. This one is when the next misting session will happen, I'll call it. So 2 o'clock. It doesn't say how long for though on this screen, which I hadn't noticed before. Anyway, so if I just go through the buttons, so you've got set, the clock, and then up and down arrows. If I press set now, go away kitty. Go onto this screen where you can see auto is flashing. So auto is automatic, obviously. That is the timings that I've programmed into this that it will run on. If I press the arrow now, oh, it it resets back to this screen if you don't press anything for a while. So if I press set again, then if I go on and I hold down set, then it's on, and it's on 100% and won't turn off. Misty, misty, mist. So if I go back here and press set again, you can either go off, which is completely off, it will not run at all, or I can press set again and go back to auto mode so it runs my program settings. So there we go. So now if we want to set a program, I'll press set again, and then we press it again. We've got program 0, and there's 9 of these, so 9 program opportunities. So this first one, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and at the moment it's 0 time. So at 9 in the morning it won't pump anything, and it's reset again. Brilliant. So if I go to this one, now I can press the clock button, and I can change the time on that program setting down to seconds even. Then you move on to this section. You've got start time, and then you set the stop time. The stop time, you just put in a few seconds. So 5 seconds, and then set. So now it's moved on to program 1, which I've got one setting in already. So at 11 o'clock, it will run for 10 seconds. And then we can look at my other ones as well. At 2 o'clock, it's going to run for 10 seconds. And then at 4 o'clock, it's going to run for 15 seconds. And then I've got some empty slots, which I haven't programmed anything into. And you just go through, you cycle through those like this. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll just take this away. So I can leave the time in there. So at any point I can just add in a few seconds if I want to have this program run. But I want to set it to 0 because I don't want to do one at 9 o'clock. I just want the ones I've already set. There we go, and back to the main screen. And then you just don't touch it. All you have to do is refill this, and away you go. Hopefully this very basic introduction to the MistKing systems has been a little bit helpful to you. If you've got any questions, just chuck them down in the comments section, and I pretty much answer every single comment that comes to me at the moment because I don't get that many. I've had no issues with the MistKing system since I've had it, and that's been about a year and a bit now running. No problems at all. I haven't even had to clean the nozzles. That's how good this is. Normally they get maybe a bit clogged up with algae or something like that, but yeah, I haven't even touched them. So thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Probably.